Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Judy. I'm Rachel's full-time carer and Rachel's mum. Being the carer or mother of a person with a rare genetic illness such as Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is very challenging. Not only am I Rachel's mother, I'm a single mature mother going it alone as my husband passed away of cancer nearly 10 years ago, and that was just before Rachel was diagnosed at the age of 9. It's been a continual roller coaster from the time she was born until now, and I'm sure beyond today. It's emotionally, physically and financially draining. Don't get me wrong, there have been amazing amounts of highs and we share a very special bond. You can probably imagine the emotional drain it has on me as a mother. I wish every day that it was me and not Rachel living with Ehlers-Danlos. She's constantly in terrible pain, requiring massive amounts of painkillers just to function. But I can't change what is. I can, however, make sure that we can manage it in the best possible way to make her life that bit easier. Things like her using an electric wheelchair, making sure that we are able to access funding so that she can have whatever she needs to soften the pain and live the best way possible. From the day she was born, I knew something was terribly wrong. She would turn blue when she swallowed any milk. She would scream, not cry, whenever I put her in her crib, only stopping when I held her gently in my arms. The only time she slept was when I held her or when she was next to me in my waterbed. Thus the soft buoyancy of the water held her gently. She didn't crawl properly, just pulled herself along. Sat up very clumsily. She didn't walk until the age of 2.5. Never being able to ride a bike, throw a ball. She had several broken bones. All of these things we know now are early signs of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. One of the biggest challenges is finding a doctor who believes me and didn't tell me everything was normal or she just had growing pains. As a mother, I knew there was something wrong. Finally, after many years, x-rays showing nothing, we finally found a doctor that didn't think I was a neurotic mother and that Rachel's pain was not attention-seeking. He sent Rachel to see a paediatric rheumatologist, Dr. Kevin Murray, and as soon as he saw Rachel, he asked to feel her skin, which was because of the collagen deficiency. It's very smooth and velvety to touch. Hence, she scars a lot and has bad healing. I never forget the utter feeling of relief when he looked at me and said that Rachel had Ehlers-Danlos. I was so overwhelmed I didn't hear another word he said. On the way home, I remember asking Rachel what he had said about Ehlers-Danlos, or EDS for short. I think she was as relieved as me because she didn't hear anything either. So I had to re-ring the doctor's surgery and ask for another appointment so he could tell me exactly what I needed to know. And then, of course, I Googled, which was a bad thing to do, because I had her dying within months. When Rachel was first diagnosed, we spent many hours with a physiotherapist working on her small damaged muscles. When we were at home, I had to learn to be her physiotherapist, making sure her program was always done. This was physically draining, financially draining. Nothing was cheap, from the special shoes to the school needs, to the constant buying of splints and braces, to the cost of physio appointments, as well as I had to homeschool her a lot because of the constant pain and fatigue she was experiencing. When I had exhausted all of my credit cards and was in heavy debt, we came across an organisation called Therapy Focus, an organisation that helped provide the equipment needed for disabled children. In recent years, we've come across directions and they have been amazing. They have helped Rachel, given Rachel some sort of a life, which at home she can only lie in bed and I can't do the things for her that her support workers can. After a meeting with the management of Therapy Focus and explaining Rachel's disability and giving them all the relevant information, they were happy to take Rachel on. And this paved the way for all other people with Ehlers-Danlos in the future. The same happened with Disabilities, Variety, Centrelink for Carers Allowance and other organisations. I can honestly say that any challenges that I have faced have been well worth it because it has paved the way for younger EDS families to now access these organisations in WA. Rachel told me in the very beginning, in the early days of diagnosis, she said, "Don't cry, Mummy, it will be okay. God has given me this for a reason. and that is so we can help others. Well, she was right. Through her continued awareness of Ehlers Danlos, public speaking and hours spent on EDS Facebook pages, she has helped many other people have some knowledge, even just to be able to say, I have heard of that. She also talks to newly diagnosed families over Facebook to help them understand what is available. She has made many friends in America and Australia through EDS. I have also spoken to many parents telling them what I know is available and hoping to put them on the right track. My greatest wish is that more doctors will become educated in the knowledge of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome so that children and adults with EDS can get the help they need. Also that the larger community will have heard something about it so they don't struggle like we have. Coping with an invisible illness such as EDS can only be done day by day. We cannot plan ahead because we do not know how Rachel will be feeling when she wakes up. She's a very determined young lady who tries very hard not to let her illness define her. Through the supportive directions, Rachel's been able to have independence from me, to go and do things she loves to do, like shop for makeup. This also is respite for me, as I can have, I am on call for 24 hours a day to help her joints back in, put splints on, change her ileostomy bag, which has been a recent addition, shower her, wash her hair, cut up her food, and just be there to do whatever she wants. I can honestly say that life is challenging but very fulfilling being the mother to a child with a genetic disability. Genetic meaning I passed it to her. Not a day goes by that I don't feel some guilt. I suppose that is human nature, but she has never said, this is your fault or why me. She always has a beautiful smile on her face and tells me every day, I love you, Mum, and thank you for taking care of me. I'm very proud to be her mum. Thank you for listening. I hope that helped you understand my work.